Hey, welcome there, knowledge enthusiasts. Ever wondered how a simple purchase made over half a century ago could lead to an unbelievable twist in someone's life? Well, get ready for a story that will leave you on the edge of your seat. But wait, before we dive into this extraordinary tale, let me ask you something. Have you ever bought something without giving it much thought, only to have it completely change your life many years later? If not, you're about to witness a jaw-dropping example of just that. A veteran of the United States Army, minding his own business after serving his country, buys a watch in 1960. Little did he know, 56 years later, that simple purchase would shake the very foundation of his reality. He served in Germany in the 1950s and 1960s, as did many other Americans. A surgeon encouraged the man to buy a Rolex watch a few days before his return home. He said he'd never heard of the Rolex company before, but he went to the store and purchased a Rolex DMT Master. An excellent purchase for sure. Years later, the watch was a little scratched but still worked, and the man wore it only on special occasions. The watch, as well as the memories associated with it, were far too significant to him. He took great care of his Rolex and considered it a gift from the past. He even kept the original box and all the documentation that anyone else would have thrown away long ago. Despite the fact that the man had replaced the bracelet, he still kept the original, and he even kept the check with him. It has the date of purchase, April 16, 1960. In addition, the receipt shows that the individual purchased two watches at the same time. The second was a present for his father. Both watches cost slightly more than $100 at the time. Our hero received a little less than $100 a month, but the purchase was really worthwhile. However, he did not even suspect how unique his army souvenir from Germany was. Later, he showed the watch and its papers to an expert who knows a lot about old things. Everyone was stunned when they found out it wasn't just an ordinary watch. It was the very first kind made by Rolex, number 6542. This made the watch not just a little old, but a valuable treasure. The watch could be sold for because the man kept all the papers. It was worth $75,000. Wow. I have no words, said the veteran. There was this. Another case. Loren Kritzer worked as a carpenter before he got into a car accident in 2007. After a long rehabilitation, the man had to live on a modest disability allowance of $700. After paying for a rented apartment, he added only about $200 a month for other expenses. But Loren's life changed literally in an instant. In 2005, the man went to his late grandmother's house to pick up some books she had left him. Kritzer looked around and observed a blanket looked more like a dirty rag. The family seems to have decided that this trash rubbish could simply be thrown away. It was once Grandma's cat's bed, but it had been lying about for years. After some thought, the man decided to bring the blanket in memory of his grandma. For a long 7 years, the mystery cloth sat in the closet until Loren saw an episode of Antiques Roadshow that sparked him. In the show, the collector of art, Don Ellis, talked about the real cost of a blanket made by Navajo Indians, estimating it at $500,000. He claimed that such items were not unusually pricey at the time they were created. However, the blanket in the show looked similar to the one lying in Loren's closet. Perhaps the man's heart started racing at that point. Kritzer immediately began to look for an appraiser who could tell him how much this dirty grandmother's blanket actually was. He was unfortunate at first. Some appraisers refused to meet with him, and another declared the object was worthless. They thought it was just an ordinary old cloth that should have been thrown away a long time ago. But Loren didn't give up, and eventually good things happened for him. He found out about a company called John Moran Auctioneers, which knows a lot about selling old and special things, including those made by Native American Indians. Loren got in touch with the experts there and showed them his special blanket. They said it's one of the best works made by the Navajo Indians. After they checked it, they suggested selling it at an auction. Loren agreed, hoping to get enough money to fix his old car. However, the auction results were unexpected and even little insane. For starters, it lasted a record-breaking 77 seconds. The blanket was purchased by the same TV program collector. If the remarkable stories had you hooked from the start, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more captivating narratives.